Good morning, students. So today we're going to talk about metallic oxide and non-metallic oxide. So dear students, we have talked about acid and base. We know that sulfuric acid is an acid and sodium hydroxide is a base. But dear students, do you know even salts are acidic nature and having basic nature and sometimes neutral. So we're going to talk about how metallic oxide are basic and how non-metallic oxide are acidic. Let us understand. So dear students, first of all we must know which are metals and which are non-metals. And I think you already have gone through in your 9th standard metals and non-metals. But let us see the important metals and non-metals which we are going to use often in our 10th standard. So here sodium is a metal, potassium is a metal, lithium, magnesium, calcium, barium, copper, iron, aluminium, lead, zinc, nickel, silver, gold, platinum, manganese, mercury, chromium, cobalt. And there are other metals also. But we are going to use these metals often. So we have to memorize it, the symbols and their names. You must write it down in your notebook. And dear students, we have 18 non-metals in our periodic table. We know that there are 118 elements. 118 non-metal elements are there, out of which 18 are non-metals. And non-metals, 18 non-metals are here: hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, selenium, astatine. So I have written this one with blue pen and this one with red one. Actually all are non-metals, but we are going to use these 10 non-metals more often. That are hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These 10 non-metals which we are going to use, we can say very often. And this you have to remember that these are also non-metals. Now the topic is non-metallic oxide and metallic oxide. Non-metallic oxide are acidic or neutral, and metallic oxide are basic. So we must remember about the definition of acid and base. What are acid? So dear students, acid are those substances which give hydrogen ion in aqueous solution. जो सब्सटेंस पानी में हाइड्रोजन आयन देते हैं, और वी कैन से हाइड्रोनियम आयन. टू बी प्रिसाइज वी मस्ट से हाइड्रोनियम आयन. क्यों? बिकॉज H plus ion, that is hydrogen ion, are very unstable. They readily combine with water and form hydronium ion, H3O plus. Now let us understand non-metallic oxide. अभी हमने देखा non-metallic oxide. Non-metals कौन होते हैं? हाइड्रोजन, कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन, सल्फर, फॉस्फोरस. सो इनके ऑक्साइड, नॉन मेटल के ऑक्साइड नॉन मेटलिक ऑक्साइड हो गए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कार्बन. कार्बन क्या है? नॉन मेटल है. सो उसका ऑक्साइड क्या होगा? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड. हाइड्रोजन क्या है? नॉन मेटल है. उसका ऑक्साइड क्या है? तो वाटर. सल्फर ट्राइऑक्साइड. नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड. फॉस्फोरस पेंटाऑक्साइड. So you can see these are non-metal and their oxides are there. So these are non-metallic oxide. And what are they? So non-metallic oxides either can be acidic or can be neutral. Non-metallic oxide can be acidic or neutral. So I have written some neutral non-metallic oxide over here. Water is a neutral, though it is a non-metallic oxide. Carbon monoxide is a neutral. Dinitrogen monoxide is a neutral, which is also known as laughing gas. So these are some neutral non-metallic oxide. Now let's see about the acidic one. Carbon dioxide, when you dissolve in water at high pressure, it forms carbonic acid. And carbonic acid, obviously it is a weak acid, which we're going to talk in next lecture, we can say, which are weak acid and strong acid. So H plus ion is given by H2CO3, that's why it is a acid. sulfur trioxide plus water, it forms sulfuric acid. So in aqueous solution, it gives 2H plus ion and sulfate ion. Nitrogen dioxide in water, in presence of oxygen, it forms nitric acid. Nitric acid forms 4H plus ion, we can say. 4H plus ion and 4 nitrate ion. So it is an acid. Phosphorus pentoxide, if you dissolve in water, it forms phosphoric acid. And phosphoric acid gives 3H plus ion. So dear students, you can see non-metallic oxide. Non-metallic oxide, when dissolved in water, they form hydrogen ion, or we can say they give hydrogen ion, and which eventually form hydronium ion. So we can say non-metallic oxide are acidic, and all non-metallic oxide are not acidic. Some are neutral too, which I have given here. Now let's see about metallic oxide. Metallic oxide are basic. And what are metals, which you already know? Sodium, magnesium, potassium, and so on. Metallic oxide on reaction with water, you can see sodium oxide. On reaction with water, it forms sodium hydroxide. So in sodium hydroxide in water, dissociate to forms Na plus and OH minus ion. What is OH minus ion? Hydroxide ion. And we know that hydroxide ion means presence of base. So sodium oxide is a base. We can relate the definition of base. जो सब्सटेंस पानी में डिसॉल्व होने के बाद हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन देते हैं, उनको बेस कहेंगे. सो यू कैन सी Na2O इज अ बेसिक नेचर. उसको हमने प्रूव किया यहाँ पे कि सोडियम ऑक्साइड को अगर पानी में डालोगे तो हाइड्रोक्साइड आयन देता है. मच द सेम वे मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड. मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड इफ यू डिसॉल्व इन वाटर, इट फॉर्म्स मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. So obviously I have written MgOH twice, but in case of aqueous solution, पानी में Mg plus 2 और OH minus हो जाएंगे, and because of that magnesium oxide is a basic in nature. So metallic oxide are basic, but dear students, there are some metallic oxide which are amphoteric. What are amphoteric? Amphoteric substance are those substances which behave as acid as well as base. For example, zinc oxide, aluminum oxide, lead 4 oxide. So these are the metallic oxide which are amphoteric. It means they can be used as acidic also, they can be used as basic also, because they react with both acid as well as base. So this was about metallic oxide. And obviously, as we have gone through the reactivity series, all metals do not form oxide. As हमने पढ़ा है ना reactivity series, पोटेशियो कामा अल्जिन आइले कमसिपिटिगो, तो उसमें हमने क्या देखा था? रिएक्टिव मेटल्स पोटेशियम, सोडियम, कैल्शियम, मैग्नीशियम, ये रिएक्टिव है, वो लोग के ऑक्साइड बनेंगे इजीली. और जैसे आप नीचे जाओगे, जिंक, एल्यूमिनियम, लेड, उनकी रिएक्टिविटी कम हो जाती है, बट दे ऑल्सो फॉर्म ऑक्साइड. कौन ऑक्साइड नहीं बनाता? गोल्ड, प्लेटिनियम. गोल्ड, प्लेटिनियम ऑक्साइड नहीं बनाते बिकॉज दे आर लीस्ट रिएक्टिव. ओके, नाउ आवर टॉपिक इज रिएक्शन ऑफ मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड विथ एसिड. सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करता. HCl प्लस H2S4, देयर विल बी नो रिएक्शन. एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट नहीं करेगा. अगर आप बेस ले लो, सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड प्लस KOH, दैट इज पोटेशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, बेस के साथ रिएक्शन नहीं करेगा. रिएक्शन कौन करेगा? एसिड प्लस बेस. एसिड और बेस रिएक्ट करेंगे. हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है रिएक्शन ऑफ मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड विथ एसिड. और मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड क्यों रिएक्ट करेगा? बिकॉज मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड क्या है? बेसिक है. जो भी हमने देखा, मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड क्या है? बेसिक है, इसलिए वो रिएक्ट करेगा एसिड के साथ. आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में आप देखना, मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड रिएक्शन विथ एसिड होगा. मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड का रिएक्शन बेस के साथ नहीं होगा. बेस रिएक्ट नहीं करते. तो मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड रिएक्ट्स विथ एसिड, एंड नॉन मेटेलिक ऑक्साइड आर एसिडिक इन नेचर, सो दे विल रिएक्ट विथ बेस. Okay dear students, I hope you understood.